Friends, I hope your weekend is off to a wonderful start. We are beginning today with our third story in our zoo unit. Today's story is called Zoo Day, and I have some zoo friends here with me. A lion, a hippopotamus, an elephant, a zebra, a giraffe, and a tiger. Now, we have been practicing our zoo song to learn our animal vocabulary. We're going to sing it one time together before we read our book, and then we're going to practice some, whoops, there goes our book, I'll grab that, a yes and no question activity. Oh, first, let me rescue our Zoo Day book. All right, and grab our ukulele, and let's get started with our zoo song. See if you can hear any of our animal friends' names in this song. Ready? Let's go to the zoo, let's go to the zoo, let's go to the zoo and see the animals. I see a tiger, flamingo, and hippo, lion, zebra, and polar bear, gorilla, monkey, giraffe, panda, sea lion, and elephant. Let's go to the zoo, let's go to the zoo, let's go to the zoo and see the animals. All right, did you hear some of the animals? Tiger, flamingo, and hippo, lion, zebra, and polar bear, gorilla, monkey, giraffe, panda, sea lion, and elephant. There we go. All right, friends, we are ready to read this book about a family's trip to the zoo. It is called Zoo Day. It is written by Anne Rockwell and illustrated by Lizzie Rockwell. They have the same last name. I wonder if they're family. Zoo Day. For Sullivan. What a beautiful illustration. We see the family going into the zoo. That's a good prediction for what our main idea will be about in this story. On a sunny Saturday, I go to the zoo with my mother, father, and sister Lucy. It's my very first time there. Lucy's too. My father buys a ticket for each of us and a bag of popcorn to share. Raise your hand if you like popcorn. I do. That's a great snack to eat at the zoo. While we look at the map, I can hear roars and howls, chitter, chatter, and songs, cries and squawks. I hold my father's hand tightly because the roars make me a little nervous. Show me your face when you're nervous. Oh man, but don't worry, friends. They are safe. Look, first we go into the jungle house to say hello to the monkeys. Next, we visit the gorilla forest. The big gorilla comes right up to the window. She stares at me so hard, I feel like I'm in the zoo and she's the visitor. At the African plain, we find a mother elephant and her baby. The baby elephant sticks very close to its mother. There are funny-looking ostriches, zebras, and giraffes munching leaves off the trees. Friends, you'll notice that we're getting to see each of their animals in their habitat here in the zoo. In our next lesson, we're going to be talking about animal habitats, so that's just a sneak peek. Inside the grasslands building, I can see the big lion with the yellow mane. He looks sleepy and quiet, but all of a sudden, he opens his mouth and roars. It must be his nap time, Lucy says. I bet he's telling us to shush and let him sleep. Then we visit the reptile house. What What animals do you see in the reptile house? Yes, look at those snakes. And also a turtle. We see a giant boa constrictor and a tiny coral snake. The coral snake is very pretty, but very poisonous. Unsafe, friends. There is a turtle swimming in a tank. We walk along the shady path to where the polar bears live. That's one of our vocabulary words too. Lucy loves polar bears. She has a big stuffed animal polar bear at home, and it's her favorite toy. There they are, friends. Wow. We love to watch the polar bears in their underwater dance. We could watch them all day, but my father says it's almost time. Let's go. We hurry over to the big pond where the sea lions live. They're climbing on rocks and sliding off, and they're barking and splashing and grunting. Lucy laughs. They sound just like Roxy. Roxy is our pet beagle. I laugh too. A beagle is a breed of dog, friends. So the seals sound just like dogs. And actually their babies are called pups. So that's very fitting, seal pups. When the zookeeper comes to feed them, the sea lions gather around, barking even louder. She throws a shiny fish up in the air. A sea lion catches it and slaps his flipper on the rock. Another catches a fish and dives underwater. Now they're making me hungry, I tell my mom. Me too, she says. We sit at a picnic table and unpack our lunch. Just as soon as we finish, I hear a whistling sound. What's that, I wonder? Who do you think it could be? What animals do you think they'll see next? We follow the sound to the birdhouse. But the birds aren't in cages. They are flying all over and all around us, but they don't fly out the door. Lucy and I hold up small cups of nectar. A parrot stands on my shoulder and takes a sip. I wish I could bring him home, but we can't bring home any of the animals we've seen. That's right, the animals have to stay at the zoo. Just the same, Dad buys us 2 balloons, one with a polar bear for Lucy and one with a parrot for me to remember our day at the zoo. What a lovely book, friends. That was just beautiful. They got to see so many animals at the zoo. Now, let's see if we can remember some facts about our story. I have some yes and no questions that I'm going to ask you. And I want you to point to the yes buzzer if the answer is yes, and the no buzzer if it's no. All right, let's hear our questions. First, is it the family's first time, or let's say the kids, is it their first time visiting the zoo? Yes or no? You know what? I might need to recheck my story again, and that's okay, friends. Let's look and see. Can you help me? Is it their first time? Let's see. On a Saturday, I go to the zoo with my mother. It's my first time. Yes! So it is the kids' first time. We say yes. All right. Were the birds in cages? Let's check on the bird page. You can help me answer, friends. Are they in cages? I don't see a cage. What do you think? Yes or no? You're right. No, they're not in cages. They're flying around freely in the birdhouse. Okay, third question. Were the kids allowed to bring the animals home? Well, we talked about it right here at the bottom of the page. Could they bring them home? Yes or no? No, they couldn't. You're right. Did the family eat lunch at the zoo? Let's check. Oh, did they eat lunch at the zoo? Yes or no? Yes, they did. Did they get to see gorillas at the zoo? Let's check our story. It's always a good idea to check when we're looking for the answers to our questions. Did they see gorillas? Yes or no? Yes, they did see gorillas. Friends, thank you so much for reading Zoo Day with me. In our next lesson, we're going to be talking about the habitats that are best suited for each of these animals. Bye-bye.